See, I guess you see the reality of all those bad choices, those terrible upbringings, some of the adults, you see the childhoods they come from, and then sadly what the children they're bringing up, and the pain and struggle. And it's just so confronting, because it's sometimes very easy to think it's over there, it's in different countries, how can it happen in Australia? And it is, it's just such a crash course into the reality of Christmas. You know, that it's very different at the shopping centre and how they present it to what it actually looks like.
The reason I do it every single year is just because I've seen the need down there. So every single year, it just really challenges me and makes me think like I really want to help out. So we're just bringing joy to families that are impoverished. I can kind of live in this bubble of like the nice Campbell, Carindale life that I live. But it's given me a perspective of how different demographic lives. So these are people that are living in poverty. We think that it doesn't really happen, but when you actually go down there and you see it, it really opens up your eyes. So these are, this is the houses where there's a burnt out car at the front. This is the houses where there's like all kinds of smells and poverty that is very, very evident. And it's opened up my eyes that like there's a different sort of living that's happening in my own city.
The best way to describe it is you do hit that point of no return where you see so much struggle, so much brokenness, so much intense sort of challenge that morning that you sort of can't just go back to how Christmas was before that. You keep thinking of that, you keep recalling those people, those experiences. So you do get to that point where you just can't go back. You sort of ignore it. Why we go so hard for sort of 6:30 in the morning to about lunchtime is because that's the time when people wake up. That's the time when they feel the most alone, they feel the most isolated. I remember when I was a young boy, I always you could feel Christmas Day, it had an energy, it had a way about it. And I thought to myself, imagine waking up with the whole world celebrating and you're not. And that really hit that time frame. So when we were really shaping and forming Christmas to Your Door, we specifically were hungry to operate between those hours, because that's when the need is. That's when I feel the most brokenness is, that you're going to feel the worst when you know the world's opening presents and having a great lunch and you're completely isolated in a bedroom townhouse with nothing, or whatever that looks like. Struggling parents with hardly any income. It's got lots of different faces, but it's the same thing.
A single mum who was high as a kite, and it was just hard to know. Like it just felt like those kids were already off on the wrong foot. And that was a really confronting house to go to. And we got to give them presents, and that was so exciting. Wrapping papers going everywhere. We just got to be there and play with toys and stuff while the mum sits on the couch just traveling galaxies. It was pretty hard to see. I can go spend the rest of my day with my family, and I love them, but in the morning I just really want to go down, spread some joy, be there for families, and just show them some love.
How we do it is actually quite simple. So we bring Christmas morning to the family in need. So we bring toys for all the kids. We bring a lady's handbag with products that are tailored for mum, or the young adult, the girl, the family. Also a terrific sort of hamper bag full of items, bits and pieces, food that will sort of fill up their Christmas table. We just want to sort of fill those gaps that they couldn't get to themselves or they're unable to do. And then we sort of then take that model and duplicate that with volunteers and cars that service families all through South East Queensland. So the practice is the same, multiple hundreds of times. Our objective this year is to visit 300 households all through South East Queensland. And last year we stepped up our sort of financial goal, which was it was pre-COVID around $30-40. We pushed up to $60 a family, and the evidence of how much more we can give them, how better the quality of the gifts and the food was just so apparent. So this year we're looking to keep to that goal of 60 per family, and obviously step that up to 300 households. So as you can imagine, that's sort of pushing near $20,000. It's a big goal, but we're confident that not only we'll do it, but we'll be able to give them really high quality, give them above and beyond what they're expecting from their little pamphlet or whatever they receive through their community groups. Look, basically, we're really proud of the fact that more or less 98% of what people donate to Christmas to Your Door directly goes to the actual direct cost, toys for the kids, food for the families, support for the mums, and we're really proud that it's so clear what we can do. I always tell people, if you want to call me Christmas Day, I won't be sitting on a banana road by the pool. I'll be most likely in the bottom end of Brisbane and the struggling suburbs, and same with the team. So yeah, basically your resource goes directly to those families in those areas, so we can make sure they have the best Christmas they've